So a couple weeks ago, I told you about my buddy Thad, who mail order brided himself a very, very, I don't know if attractive is the right word, but a very large Russian bride. And I'd previously said that he actually ended up marrying the dad, and Thad heard the podcast. He's like, that's not true. You have to set the record straight. I obviously married Nadia. And, you know, tell him the real story. So it's like, okay, fine. I'll tell the real story. That's why we call this segment Real Story of the Week. Because it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. This is a true story. This happened to Thad. So they meet. They get on the plane. They fly back. And they go to his car, which is in long-term parking, because he's an idiot and he doesn't realize how expensive it is to leave a car at the airport. And after having replaced his wheels, all of which were missing, they start driving home, and the car sputters, breaks down. Thad looks at the car and he says, "That's one." Cranks it, starts right up. They keep driving. Back to his house, la la la, back to the house, we're going to the house, la la la. And just as they get to the driveway, it sputters and it stalls again. He's like, ugh, why did I buy a Buick? And he looks at the car and he says, "That's two." Cranks it, it starts up, drives it to the end of the, to the end of the driveway where the house is, and just as he pulls up, sputter, 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 fucker dies again. Ugh, Buick. So he gets out in a huff. He goes inside and he grabs his shotgun. And he comes out to the car and he says, "That's three." Boom. Shoots the car. Well, Nadia's freaking out at this point. So huffing and puffing, she pulls her sweaty ass out of the car and she says, "That's so wrong. What is wrong with you? You can't shoot a car. This isn't Russia. Because we do that there, but you can't do it here." And Thad looked at her and he said, "That's one." And that was, it was a good sign for the beginning of their marriage. I think that right there said, you know what? We're going to have a long, healthy, happy marriage. And it's going to go well. As long as you don't bitch me out anymore. Because if you think me sending you back and not letting you get your green card is bad, just try doing that with a face full of buckshot. So yeah, Thad, this one goes out to you, buddy. I'm sorry I told the wrong story before, but I'm glad I could clear the air. So, let's try another awkward segue. The next segment is called